In this video, you will learn how to find perpendicular slope. Let's begin. All pairs of lines in geometry must do one of two things: intersect or not intersect. When two lines intersect, they must do one of two things: intersect at right angles or intersect at other angles. When two lines intersect at right angles, they are perpendicular lines, and we can measure their slope. In plane geometry, all lines have slopes. The slope of a line is its angle or steepness compared to the x-axis value. Mathematically, it is the change in y value compared to its change in x value. All slopes are compared to some other line, usually an x-axis. You need to compare a line to some other reference around it. For example, look at this line. It's just a line. But if we zoom out, you now see our horizontal line compared to a coordinate grid. It turns out our line was not horizontal at all, but we could only see that when we compared it to the coordinate grid. The slope of a given line is usually designated with a lowercase italic m, as in slope-intercept form, y equals m times x plus b. So how do you find perpendicular slope? Since we know that the slope of a line is the difference in y value divided by the difference in x value, we only need 2 points on a line to calculate its slope. The first point will have coordinates x1, y1, and the second point will have coordinates x2, y2. You can call the slope many things like m, rise over run, gradient, or delta y and delta x. Delta means difference or a change in. Today we will use the italic m for slope in our examples. To calculate slope, we use the equation m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. A line with points at -2, 1 and 1, 2.5 will look like this. To measure the slope of this line, plug the 4 values into your slope formula and solve for m. If we do the math correctly, we get m equals 1/2. Next, let's talk about reciprocals. Reciprocals are two values such that multiplying them gives a product of 1, like 1/2 and 2/1. Practice by finding reciprocals of these numbers. You should get 4/3, -2/1, and 3/5. You may notice all you are doing with fractions is having the numerator and denominator switch places. You can also find reciprocals of whole numbers and decimals. To find reciprocals of whole numbers, place the number under the number 1 as a fraction. The reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. The reciprocal of 7 is 1/7. To find reciprocals of decimals, you can either convert the decimal to a fraction and then find its reciprocal like this, or you can place the decimal under the number 1 as a fraction like this and then use a calculator. Next, a quick lesson on negatives. The negative of a positive number is a negative number. The negative of a negative number is a positive number. In plane geometry, negatives are found in slopes that go downhill. Perpendicular lines are lines intersecting at 90 degrees. Here is the difficult part of finding the slope of the line perpendicular to the positively sloping line. It will be a reciprocal of the positive line's slope, but it will be a negative reciprocal. We have to get the opposite slope, and we also have to make it negative. So it goes downhill if the first line went uphill, or vice versa. In our previous slope example, a line where m equals 1/2 is a positive slope, going uphill. A line perpendicular to that will be a reciprocal of that slope. So it will first be 2/1, the reciprocal of 1/2, but it must also be -2/1, the negative reciprocal, to slope downward at a right angle to our first line. Go to the Try It section at the bottom of the article to test your new knowledge of perpendicular slopes.